General Marcus Tate, a black three-star general, pulled his rental sedan into Ruby's Diner off I-95 in Greystone, Virginia. His dress blues gleamed under the neon glow, 3 stars on his shoulders catching the moonlight. Exhausted after 6 hours on the road, he craved a quick cheeseburger before his Fort Bragg briefing. Inside, the diner hummed, truckers chatted, a jukebox played country tunes, and waitress Jenny smiled warmly. Marcus slid into a booth, ordered, and checked his phone, Pentagon emails, a text from his wife, Sheila. Just another night. Outside, officers Dale Ramsey and Travis Holt leaned against their cruiser, cigarettes glowing. Ramsey, paunchy and bitter, squinted at Marcus's car. "Fancy ride for this dump," he muttered. Holt, young and cocky, smirked. "Military plates, but that guy's playing soldier." They didn't check the tags, just watched, itching for trouble. Their eyes locked on Marcus through the diner's window. Assumptions hardening, Marcus ate slowly, savoring the greasy comfort, oblivious to the storm brewing. Jenny refilled his coffee, curious. "Station nearby?" she asked. "Just passing through," Marcus replied, his smile easy. He left a generous tip, adjusted his tie, and stepped into the chilly night. His boots clicked on the pavement, mind already on the road ahead, then a voice cut through the dark, raw, hostile. "Hey, you! Freeze!" Marcus stopped, instincts sharp from Fallujah ambushes. He turned slowly, meeting Ramsey's glare, flashlight beam stabbing his eyes. "Evening, officers," Marcus said, voice steady, hands visible. Ramsey stepped closer, sneering. "That's a hell of a costume. Where'd you get it?" Marcus's jaw tightened. This wasn't just a stop, it was a spark ready to ignite. Marcus Tate stood under the diner's sodium glow, facing officers Ramsey and Holt. Ramsey's flashlight beam lingered on Marcus's stars, his sneer twisting. "Mind telling me where you got that costume?" Marcus's tone stayed even, honed by years of diffusing egos. "Not a costume. I'm Lieutenant General Marcus Tate, U.S. Army." Holt circled, smirking. "General, huh? Got ID for that fairy tale?" Marcus nodded, hand inching toward his pocket. "Left side, my wallet." Ramsey's hand twitched toward his holster. "Slow." Marcus pulled the wallet with 2 fingers. Holt snatched it, scanned the military ID, name, rank, photo, all legit, but tossed it to Ramsey with a shrug. "Could be fake," Ramsey said, contempt dripping. "You don't look like any general I know." Marcus locked eyes, unblinking. "And how many black generals have you met, officer?" The air crackled. A couple lingered near the diner, phones out, filming. Jenny stepped outside, arms crossed, face tight. Ramsey's rage flared, not shame. "Don't play smart," he growled, stepping closer. Marcus stood firm. "Call Fort Bragg. Ask for Colonel Denise Warren. She'll verify." Holt laughed, mocking. "No story time with your pal." He tightened his circle. Marcus's voice cut low. "I'm not resisting, but I won't comply with unlawful orders. No grounds to detain me." That triggered Ramsey. He lunged, twisting Marcus's arm, slamming him onto the sedan's hood. Cold metal bit through his uniform. Cuffs snapped shut, steel digging into wrists. "You're under arrest, impersonating, resisting," Ramsey hissed. Holt grinned, yanking the cruiser door open. Marcus didn't struggle, years in war zones teaching him calm amidst chaos. As Ramsey shoved him toward the car, Marcus turned. "My phone, right pocket. Call the Pentagon. Do it, or you'll regret it." The Greystone police station reeked of bleach, its fluorescent lights casting sickly shadows. Marcus sat in a holding room, wrists cuffed, chained to a scarred metal table. His uniform, pristine hours ago, was creased, a dirt smudge on the sleeve. Yet his posture screamed authority, back straight, eyes forward. Officers Ramsey and Holt lounged by the door, sipping burnt coffee, their bravado loud. "Bet he's got a record," Holt said, scrolling a tablet, grinning. "Nobody pulls this scam without practice." Ramsey chuckled. "Saw a guy buy a colonel's kit online. This one's fancier." Marcus didn't react, his eyes on the clock, 11:47 p.m. He'd faced this before, doubted at 23 by a base guard, double-checked at 38 by a Pentagon staffer. Truth always cut deeper than anger. The door creaked open. Chief Ed Callahan shuffled in, gray mustache drooping, holding Marcus's wallet. "This says you're a 3-star general," he said, voice gruff. "That true?" Marcus met his gaze. "Lieutenant General Marcus Tate, Joint Special Operations Command. Your officers would know if they'd done their job." Callahan glanced at Ramsey, who shrugged. He was mouthy, didn't cooperate. Marcus leaned forward, cuffs clinking. "I offered my ID, suggested a call, stayed calm while they insulted me. Their judgment's the issue, Chief." Callahan rubbed his neck, uneasy, studying the ID. "Fine, one call. If it's a stunt, you're not walking." He slid a battered phone across. Marcus's eyes flicked to Ramsey, then Holt, their smirks fading. "Put it on speaker," he said, voice cold. He dialed, each beep deliberate. The line clicked. "Office of the Deputy Secretary," a crisp voice answered. Marcus spoke, commanding, "General Tate. I need Secretary Hargrove, priority 1. Ramsey's snort died as the speaker crackled, authority looming, the Greystone station's air grew heavy as the speakerphone crackled. Deputy Secretary Elaine Hargrove's voice, sharp as steel, filled the room. "Marcus, where the hell are you?" Marcus answered, calm but precise, "Greystone, Virginia. Local PD arrested me, impersonation, resisting. Cuffed, detained, no due process." Silence, brief but electric. Then Hargrove unleashed, "Chief, who am I speaking to?" Callahan stammered, "Ed Callahan, ma'am." Hargrove didn't pause. "You've got a decorated general, a man who's led missions you'll never read about, saved lives you can't count. Arrested why? Because he's black? Release him now, or MPs from Bragg arrive, and your governor hears from me by midnight." Callahan froze, mouth agape. Ramsey's coffee cup trembled, Holt backed against the wall, eyes wide. Callahan waved frantically at Holt. "Get those cuffs off." Holt fumbled, keys clattering as he freed Marcus. The cuffs fell, clanging on the table. Marcus stood, slow and deliberate, rubbing his wrists, his gaze sweeping the room, Ramsey, Holt, Callahan shrinking under it. Callahan stammered, handing back the wallet. "General, we're sorry. A mistake." Marcus's voice was lethal. "A mistake is forgetting a name. You chose to ignore my ID, my truth, because I didn't fit your picture of power. That's a failure, Chief." Marcus walked out, the station's door thudding shut. The night was still, stars sharp. His chest burned, not rage, but the weight of repetition. He climbed into his sedan, the engines hum a small comfort, and drove south. His phone buzzed, Warren, Sheila, old squad mates, but he let it wait. By dawn, Greystone was ablaze. The parking lot clip, Ramsey's sneer, Holt's taunts, Marcus's defiance, spread like wildfire across X, hashtags hashtag General Tate soaring. The reckoning had begun. By morning, Greystone buzzed with fury. The diner parking lot video, Ramsey's rough hands, Holt's taunts, Marcus's calm defiance, exploded online. X, TikTok, and Instagram lit up with hashtag General Tate and hashtag Justice for Marcus, racking up millions of views. Ruby's diner overflowed, not with diners but locals, reporters, and strangers drawn to the story. Waitress Jenny stood fierce behind the counter, recounting to anyone listening, I told Dale he was wrong. That man was a soldier, a gentleman, and they cuffed him because of his skin. CNN ran the story by noon, MSNBC by night. Even conservative outlets couldn't bury the core, a black general, a war hero, humiliated for existing. Greystone streets pulsed with tension, protests outside the station, signs reading, "See us, don't cuff us," met by a few locals muttering about law and order. Ramsey stayed home, blinds drawn. Holt's old ex-posts surfaced, rants about thugs, fueling outrage. The Pentagon didn't flinch. Secretary Hargrove called Virginia's AG, demanding a Greystone PD audit. The DoD's Inspector General launched a probe into police encounters with black service members. Marcus reached Fort Bragg, greeted by Colonel Warren's fierce hug. "You good, sir?" she asked. He nodded, half smiling. "Takes more than bad cops to break me." The briefing, drone specs, funding, went smoothly, but eyes lingered on him, respect tinged with awe. A young black lieutenant approached later, voice low. "How do you keep going, sir?" Marcus paused, seeing himself at that age. "You don't just go on. You carve your place, make them see you, not their fears." Greystone scars pulsed, but Marcus didn't ask for the spotlight. He never did. Yet the story wasn't his alone anymore, it belonged to everyone misjudged, dismissed, dehumanized. Greystone's reckoning intensified. Ramsey and Holt's world crumbled, suspended within days, their records dissected. Complaints of profiling and excessive force, ignored for years, resurfaced. A leaked body cam clip sealed their fate. Ramsey's venomous, wannabe in a costume, and Holt's chilling laugh sparked fury. Protests swelled, spilling into Richmond and D.C., crowds chanting Marcus's name, holding his photo, dress blues, stern gaze, a symbol of resilience. Ramsey faded into obscurity, shunned by old buddies. Holt left town, his name toxic. Chief Callahan called a town hall in the high school gym, air thick with anger and hope. Jenny live streamed, her phone steady, capturing Callahan's faltering voice. "We failed General Tate, failed this town. I'm stepping down." Booze mixed with cheers, questions flying. "What about Ramsey? Who pays?" A pastor rose, voice steady. "This isn't about one man quitting. It's about seeing each other, soldier, neighbor, human."